Kyle, throw your positives and negatives, everything into one, because I want to get to Star Wars. What were your thoughts about John Wick Chapter 4?
It's a blast all the way through. I think what just impresses me the most witnessing the growth of director Chad Stahelski, I believe that's how you pronounce it,
Mm-hmm.
Stahelski. Witnessing his growth as an action director over the years. Not that he, started off poorly and then became as great as he has been, but he already had a great start with John Wick, and then he just has been able to elevate his craft not only with the creativity of action, but just in thinking of different ways to utilize the action to move the story forward while also having the story and the characters move the story forward as well. It's a really great balance between the two. And I think his visual style is terrific to watch. It's some of the best that I've seen just because not only is it just pretty to look at, but again, it's just the creativity of how to show the story because this I think for John Wick, we it's not exactly the most wordy of scripts per se, but I would say that this one is especially the case. But the fact that visual creativity was able to push the story forward as much as it did, combined by excellent performances by Keanu Reeves, obviously, but also with the additions of like Donnie Yen, Bill Skarsgård, you could just tell that Chad has been able to get his uh um get his props from these great actors to where they were all in on just adding such great talent. I mean, Halle Berry was in the last movie, they just are great with getting people on board with just a terrific action movie. So yeah, I just am really happy by what this franchise has been able to go through and deliver when it comes to action. And I just think each time these movies keep setting a new very, very high standard with action movies, and that certainly is going to be the case with John Wick 4, because I bet there's going to be a lot of action movies until I see otherwise, where I just kind of shrug and go, yeah, but it's not John Wick 4. So it was a terrific theater experience. I loved every second of it. You don't feel the runtime, just terrific fun all the way around.
I disagree about the runtime. You feel the runtime. Uh,
Oh,
I
okay.
love every second of it, but we got out of the movie. I saw it twice in 3 days, and I heard people as we're walking out, man, that movie was a little long. Like, that was a little long. That movie's a little
Okay.
long. And if you're not into the action from start to finish, I completely understand that. I loved John Wick 4. I watched all four John Wicks within about 72 hours. Um,
Yeah. Same.
and you're talking about all these actors. Willem Dafoe's in the first one. I mean, they've been getting
Yeah.
these insane actors for a while. So I think it's not that Chad has really grown as an action director. I think he has just grown as a director. I think the biggest thing I noticed from watching one and then all the way to three and four specifically is he is letting the camera tell part of the story. He's not feeding you everything. Are the action scenes incredible? Do they get bigger? Absolutely. But he really has started to develop just being a strong director. He's letting the camera be more fluid and tell a joke or tell part of the action or something like this. He's
Mhm.
blended his scores more. He's gotten better at with his editing and final decisions on that. I think he has just improved very much to be going from this guy's a really good action director to following his partner's footsteps, who went on to do Deadpool and Bullet Train and all these other movies where they are both becoming just strong directors in their own right, not just action directors. And I think John Wick 4 is an absolute blast. I love the addition of Donnie Yen. There's a point where Bill Skarsgård, I was like, oh, that's Pennywise. I'm a little scared. That's Pennywise right now. And there's like a close
Huh.
up on his face. And I'm like, okay, there. Yep. I think the eye's moving a little bit. Yep. There's Pennywise. So he was great in the movie. All the actors are phenomenal. I loved the story. Uh, it's just this franchise is just the best. It's the closest thing we have in the West to the Raid. Obviously, the guys in the Raid are in the second one, but I like when in terms of action, it has stepped up a level. I think for the West, which has been really cool to see other movies attempt to follow it. With mainly these two guys leading it, I think of the best action movies that have this style of action, and I'm thinking Atomic Blonde. Oh wait, didn't one of those guys do Atomic Blonde? Exactly. So I hope these guys continue. I hope it's a trend other directors start to do. I'd love to see one of these guys go on and take on a Star Wars project, because I think their action in Star Wars would be phenomenal. Um, but anyway, yeah, I love John Wick 4. If you like the John Wick series, please go check it out.